Welcome to Her Heart Speaks with this week's special guest, Takischa Aniece. Listening, tune in as Her Heart Speaks.
So, first of all, Takisha, I looked at your bio. You do a million things. Minister, model, motivational speaker, author, brand ambassador. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Business owner, mom, grandma, sister friend. Like the list goes on and on and on and on. Right?
Yeah, right.
Did I miss anything? Hold up. Did I miss anything?
Oh, author. Yeah.
How you feel about all those different areas of Takisha? Like, how did you feel? Like, did you ever think that when someone said Takisha Aniece, that it would be all those things connected with it at this point in your life, or did you expect that?
No, at this point in my life, everything that has happened has kind of have gradually come into play. I would have never thought that I would be a brand ambassador, an ambassador for the state of New Jersey, an author. Definitely never thought I was going to be a minister. Truth be told, I thought my ministry was just going to be just dance, and that was going to be it. I always wanted to be a mom, so it just, everything else kind of just came gradually. Never expected it, but I accepted it, and I'm doing my best to manage these hats.
So you brought up dance. I didn't list that just now. So you're also an actress.
Yes.
So you've been on various stages, in front of classrooms, the runway, the pulpit. So if I was just to say, tell me who Takisha was in 5 words, 5 to 10 words, what would it be? Like how would
Who
who is
I
Takisha? Who is Takisha?
okay. And 5 words?
Okay, 10.
Okay. Motivated. 10 words. I'm trying to put it together.
Okay. Oh, and one phrase. Then
I want
let's
to.
do one phrase, one sentence. Like, who is Takisha? Like, sum it up. You do so many different things.
I would have to say Takisha is, and I have to say it. Takisha is Miss Phoenix in one word, and that's because of what the Phoenix represents: new life, birth. So in everything, I'm trying to give birth to whatever next phase of my life is, whatever anything that I'm imparted in, anything that I'm doing or have a hand in, I'm just trying to give birth to it so that it'll have some type of life, and that's what Takisha is.
Okay, man, that's who Takisha is. So, which stage are you most comfortable on? Is it, walking in motherhood, walking in the runway show, acting, the pulpit? Which one are you most comfortable in?
I would say, well, I've been a mother for years, so I think I kind of got it together. Um, I really think that I got that thing. Hopefully, I'm thinking that I got it down pat since I've been doing it for a while. Um, but what I love to do the most, I really love the runway. I think I'm most comfortable on the runway because I just love to walk. I love the model, the runway. If it had to be something other than that, it will probably be the stage because I can become somebody different on stage.
Okay, okay. So I understand that. I understand that. So I keep on looking back at my list, and we talked about you being an author,
Hmm.
and one of the quotes from your book says, "Jumping and trusting go hand in hand. Sometimes the trust comes after you jump."
Yeah.
What is one thing that you jumped in first and allowed the trust to go later? Which one was it?
The book. The book. I would say the book because I never see myself as a author, like to write something and put it out for people. Um, for years when I was younger, I started off writing poetry. Um, and then as I grew, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do spoken word. But then I was like, I really don't like to get up in front of it's this crazy and speak in front of people. So let me just write the poetry and have it sitting. So at times I reflect back at it. But I never would have thought that I would write a book and put it out there for people to actually read it. So I would say my jumping, I went and I jumped at, okay, I'm gonna write this book. God gave it to me to write, and I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm gonna trust that it does what it's supposed to do when it reaches people. And so I would say that's where that comes from, and that quote really. Sometimes the trust comes after the jump. Yeah, so you have to sometimes just do it and then trust that because you did it, what you did will do its best.
Okay. So, as a writer, I'm asked this question: Is it you didn't do most of the spoken word or on the stage because these are your words, these are your emotions, and you felt vulnerable? So, was this book experience a vulnerable experience? Did you feel vulnerable, transparent with sharing your work with people? Because I
So
know that. Good.
okay, so it's a little bit of transparency in the book, because a lot of the stuff is stuff I had to grow through and learn, and I felt while writing it, it was part of my healing as well as writing it. So, with the spoken word, just as well with the book, I dealt with it being received the way that it should be received. So, which at that point in my life, when I was trying to do or going to do spoken word or was writing poetry, um, I wasn't as confident in myself as I have grown to be because I've always, and I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm not saying it doesn't now, but people's opinion weighed heavy on me, and it's how I kind of move based on what I felt people expected and accepted of me. And even though when it wasn't me, I still allowed that to be. So, I think now I'm at a more different place, which is why I did go ahead and release a book where it's no longer my kryptonite or no longer my issue of how they feel or how people feel about what I do.
So that just goes right back into my next question. SOAR, and the acronym for SOAR, speaks to everything that you just said.
Right.
Shattering opinions, achieving
Achieving.
rebirth.
Right. Once we, when I, that word shatter means to break. And when you shatter something, it doesn't just break in one, it breaks in millions of pieces where it's difficult to put back together. So when I chose the title, SOAR means a lot of things to me. But when I broke down the acronym for that shattering, I wanted people to break, completely destroy every opinion that has been said over you, that has held you from being true to who you are, that's held you from being authentic. Get my words out. Um, and being who you are. I wanted you to just break it. And then I wanted you to work towards the new life, your new birth, your being you coming into you. So I had to do that. And so I felt like just being a guide to help somebody else to do that themselves because so many times we don't even realize that how heavy the opinions of other people um mold and mold. It's people that's in jobs based on the opinions because people said, oh, I think you will be a good doctor, or I think you will be a good nurse, or I think you should be a therapist. And that's really not their passion. They're just in it because that was the opinion, so it guided them to that. When really they wanted to be something or do something else. So I feel like once we learn to just really break and destroy the opinions that kind of hold us hostage, as we'll be better and we will soar.
Well, alrighty then. We are all going to SOAR. So we know that you are also known as Miss Phoenix.
Hmm.
And I'm not sure if you're ready to share this with the world, your new company. Are you ready to share, this new company that you're going to be launching soon? Are you ready to share it with the world?
So yes, so the company that I'm launching soon is called Phoenix Nest. It is a consulting company. It's going to be dealing with consulting on fashion, as far as personal styling, consulting as I'm working. I'm about to begin to work to get my life coaching license. Also to just consult in different areas and avenues to guide people to, help their needs. I know a lot of people in different avenues. So just to be like a guide to help others to achieve their new birth, to soar in areas of their lives.
Okay, so just like the Phoenix, a lot of people are going to rise from ashes, huh? So
Yes,
because they were broken and things like that, you're going to help them.
yes.
Okay, now, so is there anything else that you would like for the world to know about Takisha, Miss Phoenix, the model, the actress, the author, the minister, the mom, the motivation speaker, then upcoming the coach? And we didn't even delve into, because you said something about helping people with fashion and consulting. We didn't even add stylist. So, there are so many different hats that you wear.
Hmm.
But what is one key thing you want people to know about you right now at this stage in your life? Like for right now where you are.
It's very important for people to know about me that I'm really on this mission of self worth. Um, I'm at a stage in my life where me myself, I'm diving into, again, like I said, digging myself out of where I was at and becoming the person that was destined to be and to fulfill my purpose. So that's who Takisha is at this point. Understanding my worth, helping as I walk to walk with others and beside others to discover their worth, because it's very important for you to know your worth as a person and as an individual. Um, which allows me to move in all the hats and the areas. But also, I want people to understand is um, don't get so caught up in the hats and the titles and the different things that you wear that you lose sight of who you are. It's important, even as a mom, to take time out for yourself. It's important as an author to take time and read somebody else's book to pour inside you. As a minister, to be ministered to. So, in all aspects, it's important for you not to lose yourself while um, wearing hats to encourage, to help, or motivate other people. It's don't lose yourself. And
Wow.
so that's where I'm at.
Wow. So it kind of shows your heart and even in your answer. Because I asked about Takisha. And Takisha shifted to how she wanted the best for others. That shows a complete selfless side. But you also shows that, one of the things that I always say, it's bigger than me.
Yes.
So you understand that the call on your life is bigger than you, bigger than your titles. Like it truly goes into your obedience to what God wants you to do and what's destined for your life. So I appreciate you sharing all this. I appreciate you for being the first guest on the show. I appreciate you for being transparent. We will have at the end of the show for your contact information, your website, so how people can stay connected to you, how they can purchase your book. And I just appreciate you for being on the show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Her Heart Speaks. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe